Thank you everybody who subscribed to the channel. We've hit 1,000 subscribers, a milestone that I'm very proud to reach. So today we are going to be taking a look nonetheless at non-fungible tokens, NFTs. So firstly, if you don't know what they are, they're basically a unit of data on the blockchain where it's kind of proof of ownership of a digital item. And this could be, a graphic, a video, a digital piece of work, audio. There's so many different NFTs that you can have and own. And due to the recent NFT boom, we've seen that the crypto marketplace has really gone crazy for any NFT cryptos. We're going to talk about CHZ and Ecomi later on. But I just wanted to bring attention to these vast amount of NFT marketplaces that are starting to open up. So you can see, if you look at NFT marketplace on the news, and obviously there's going to be so many other marketplaces that aren't even on here. You can see that Circle are launching their own NFT platform. You can see that RelayX launches their NFT platform, and OpenSea raises 23 million to open an NFT platform. There's so many companies opening NFT platforms, and there's a lot of scope for the space in the NFT space to increase a lot, I believe. Now, I'm no financial advisor. Do not make any decisions based on the stuff I say in this video. I can't be responsible. But again, if we look at crypto.com, they've recently launched their mainnet, the NFT section. You can see on screen it's new. And if you was to, let's say, click on the NFT section, it opens up. And recently they had a drop where you could buy artwork by one of these artists out there, digital artwork. It was very cool. And obviously they've recently partnered with Aston Martin, and seeing their plan come together to partner with Aston Martin and then bring out NFTs surrounding the Aston Martin and Formula One space is such a good idea. They're tapping into that market of Formula One and sports fans, like Chiliz kind of, except for Formula One, and then Aston Martin fans, and it's just very interesting. So I thought myself about, I do eventually want to buy an NFT, at least one or two. So I went on and had a look at the prices of the NFTs. You can see here we got the information, and crypto.com, you can see 10,000, 3,000, 3,000, and these two are sold out. So these two are the cheapest ones, 500 editions. These two are a bit more expensive, less editions. Then finally, the unveiling is even more rare. So you can see that the kind of the NFTs price here are based on rarity. So you can see that the NFT space is becoming super mainstream. And if you're a fan of Vettel and you get the 250 editions of Vettel first run, I mean, that's huge. And if Vettel goes on to somehow perform a miracle this season and win, that's surely going to go up in value. Anyway, moving on with the NFT rundown in today's video. We are just going to continue to the side here, move this. So you can see that crypto influencer Ben Armstrong said that his top 3 cryptos were ERN, Eternity Chain, and I believe that's also in BitBoy's portfolio because he recently revealed his portfolio. And in my opinion, I want to look into Eternity Chain a lot. Obviously, I don't like chasing pumps. You never want to chase a pump. Second up, Ecomi. We've reviewed this before. We're going to take another look at Ecomi recently. A 46,000% return in the last year. That... I mean, you put £1 in, 460 quid. You put £10 in, 4,600. You put 100 quid in, that's £46,000 you'd have. That is just such a crazy return on Ecomi. And then obviously Chiliz, one that I scouted out at 2p very early on. This is 128 times than last year. But yeah, he said he thinks there could be a correction in Chiliz. We're going to take a look at the charts now. But in essence, the NFT space is on everyone's agenda is what I'm saying. You can see that Chiliz again, some analysts are saying that it's going to explode soon. It's all waffle. There's people, I think, in analysts and crypto space, it can get super hyped up by everybody, and people who aren't often, involved in investing start investing in the hype, which can create a much more volatile market than stocks and shares, a lot more pump and dumps. So here is what Chiliz is. We're just going to cover Chiliz and Ecomi today. So Chiliz is obviously a sports and entertainment NFT and entertainment broker essentially. So you can see they've already got lots of official partners: Manchester City, Juventus, France, Paris Saint-Germain, that's from France, Italy, Spain, partners all over the world. They've got a marketplace where you can, on the socios.com platform, buy fan tokens and all stuff like that. I think they're in a really good marketplace because they're also involved in esports and NFTs in that section, and obviously real sports. Sports in general is one of the biggest marketplaces in the world. Combine that with esports, a super big growing marketplace, and combine that with investing. they're three of the biggest growing marketplaces in 2020 and 2021. And, the whole concept is very good. And I say that equally, this has been reflected in the recent rise in market cap from about 100 million when I bought into 2.7 billion. So you can see that, that I just gave a lot of good things about CHZ, but that has been reflected in the massive price increase of recently. At one point, their price market cap was up to like 4.7 billion. And obviously it's gone on a bit of a pullback since then, as you can kind of see in this chart here. We're going to take another look at the chart in a second. The liquidity on Chiliz is huge. Obviously, it's ranked the top 40th token in terms of market cap, I believe, which is huge considering its recent rise from sub 200, from past 200. It's on a lot of watch lists, and high liquidity, circulating supply is almost done. 63% capacity there, and in the last kind of few weeks it's kind of been fluctuating around this, I'd say, the 50-cent mark. So let's take a look at the chart. So on the chart there's a bit of an analysis there left over from last time, but I'm just going to jump into the 5-day view, and we're going to take a look at, obviously, maybe even a bit longer than 5 days. We can kind of see the level that it is currently at is where Chiliz seems to have strong resistance. You can see that every time it kind of touches this about 50-cent line, it seems to have a little bounce back, then come back down, then bounce back, with the occasional strong push up to the 70-cent mark. Now you're looking for a triple bottom. There's no triple bottoms here in terms of technical analysis. That triple bottom would be up, down, up to the same point, down, up to the same point, down, and then back up past the original line. There's another bullish chart I want to have a look at, and that pattern would be a falling wedge. Now I'm not sure about the duration which a falling wedge needs to happen for it to be officially confirmed, but so this is quite a long falling wedge. But let's say a falling wedge is when at the very top here you can see it peaked at, let's say, almost 89 cents, and it's kind of falling ever since. Now a falling wedge, let me turn this line into blue, can signal, if it is truly a falling wedge, can potentially signal a bullish breakthrough past all-time previous kind of highs from where the falling wedge started. So obviously I'm not a financial advisor, don't take anything I do as given to make investment decisions. I may be wrong, but you can see here, let's say this is our wedge, this triangle. We've got a peak, a fall, then a back up to halfway up the triangle, then a back down, and then, are we going to see like another bounce back to around this level? We almost did, but not quite. So a falling wedge, I'll put it on screen, is essentially when you see this sort of pattern, and it's at the fourth time it kind of hits this line, it goes back down and then shoots back up a bit past the original level. So it kind of looks a bit like that. So it's on screen now, and you can kind of see the small resemblance here between the technical side of things in terms of a falling wedge and Chiliz. But as I say, it's gone up so much recently that, I'd be very cautious about catching a pump on the NFT market, but it is a growing marketplace. I am a holder of CHZ for disclosure, and I think it's good to see strong resistance here. I think if you look at where it could go, it's got a lot of potential. Chiliz has got a lot of potential. So it'll be interesting to see if this falling wedge develops. Heading over to Ecomi. Again, Ecomi is another marketplace for collectibles. Its platform is called VV, which is the one similar to Chiliz called Socios. And you can see that this is where you buy and sell collectibles. I recently talked about this again, and it's based in Singapore, and it's kind of embracing that emerging digital collectible market space. Now, I agree. I think it's that the Uniswap push on Uniswap was delayed for some reason by, I believe, a week. It'll be very interesting to see what happens to the price when it does hit Uniswap. I mean, sometimes coins pump initially when they hit the Uniswap market or Coinbase market like ADA did, and then they dump. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when Ecomi hits the Unispace market. So taking a look at Ecomi, we can see that this is ranked 205th. It's got about half the market cap of Chiliz, and you can see there's about 160 coins between the market cap of 1.7 billion and what Chiliz is, which is quite a lot of coins. High liquidity, only a very, very tiny amount of coins is in circulation. But notice we've got 7, 3, 6, 9, 10 digits there in terms of circulating supply. Here we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. So there's so much more circulating supply of OMI than there is of Chiliz. And, the volume in the last 24 hours is up. It's quite high. You can see it peaked at, 0.0012 cents, and it's kind of since then retracted down in that bearish pullback we had the other day where the market saw a bit of blood. It kind of pulled back to about 0.9, and it's since gone up to hover around the 1 cent mark, I believe. So obviously everyone's going to be feeling good about it because everybody who comes on here has to have a vested interest in probably Ecomi or wants to invest. That's very biased. And you can see here there's no trading view chart for Ecomi, but of all time it was released, was it only been on here since the start of Feb? You can see that it's pretty much gone up 20-fold. You know, the Ecomi's gone crazy. It was, as we said, 46,000%, 4,000. You know, it's nuts. You know, I think if you're really looking to invest in a growing marketplace, NFTs are a very growing marketplace. Hence, by all of these companies creating their own NFT space. I'm not invested in Ecomi. If I was a billionaire, as I said before, I would. But I think the growing number of marketplaces is only good for the NFT space. I'll be interesting to see how much competition the likes of Ecomi faces. And I did want to finally touch on circuits of value, which is again relating to this NFT marketplace, because what it does, it turns your wallet into, I believe, and it's very early on tech, supposedly, shout out to my friend Owen, crypto genius, telling me all about this stuff. It turns your wallet into like an NFT. So then it's so much easier to send tokens, ownership, to send currencies. And I think this sort of thing could be the future. It combines, you know, blockchain's first composite token. It works across different platforms, trade on any blockchain. And my friend David, shout out David, he was telling me about Bitcoin back in the day. He was like, bro, I'm going in on this token. I'm going in on circuits of value. What do you reckon? Did my research. And I was like, listen, for a 27 million market cap, I might get on board with this. And then, so again, this is kind of how the NFT space is even further evolving into outside of collectibles and into like the whole concept of NFTs is kind of evolving into real world use in terms of blockchain and cryptocurrency. So yeah, that's a kind of a video I wanted to make today, just talking about NFTs, how the space is still growing, how Chiliz and Ecomi have grown loads recently, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do, and how circuits of value is somehow in a weird way connected to, you know. But again, guys, I'm no financial advisor. Do your own research. Take care. Thank you for all the support recently. Leave a like and let me know what you think on all these.